Alrighty. Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Margin. Darth. Nomitz. Ghost. The Fade Doctor. Happy hump day from Dallas. How's it in Dallas? Hot? Morning, guys. Morning, Chef. Closer. What's up, guys? Alrighty. Camille, thank you. Appreciate that, Camille. Got my coffee fun going. Yeah, beautiful stuff, man. QQQ all-time highs. Awesome day for the long terms. Awesome day for some longs. Love it. We're right back, right back to where we were, man. After all that panic in what was that? Month ago? 2 months ago? And we're back. NVIDIA killers. Hell yeah. NVIDIA. Running. We'll go over it all today. A lot of all-time high looks. A lot of strong names. Coinbase is absolutely absurd. I don't even know what to say about about Coinbase. Coinbase. Congratulations to whoever caught Coinbase, man. Congratulations to whoever caught Coinbase. That is a mover. MSTR sort of setting up something I'm watching. Tesla today, interesting retest. Semis have been hot, as we've been saying for the last 2 weeks every day. Semis just have something special to them lately. The semis have had the juice. And, yeah, I mean, today, as we approach the NASDAQ QQQ all-time highs, it's another day to remember that time in the market will always be better than timing the market, especially with our long-term portfolios. It's another fantastic test for some of you out there that saw the market go pretty much straight down because of tariffs. Everyone was panicking. And yet again, we are back to all-time highs. If this is, I mean, it's like every single time in the heat of the moment, everyone loses their shit, and then it's right back to all-time highs. So at some point, guys, at some point, you need to say, hey, this is just like the last time, and the last time, and the last time, and the last time, and the last time. And if the market's at all-time highs, that means that every single time prior, it went up. That's the only way. It's only possible. There's no other way to be it's not possible to be at all-time highs unless every previous dip got bought up. So, man, at some point in your career, you got to buy long-term shares. You got to realize that it's a long-term game, and you got to stop panicking because once again today, you get to see that it's an opportunity. Every drop is an opportunity, and the people that make money in the stock market are the ones that don't lose their shit when the market goes down. I mean, that's just simply what it is. And maybe you have to live through a few of these experiences before you realize. When I realized this was COVID. When I saw COVID go vertically lower, and I bought shares in October during that year, and I saw how quickly we came back, I pledged to myself on that day when we went back to all-time highs, I pledged to myself that I will always buy panic. I don't care what happens. I know it will come back long term, and I will always buy panic, and I will never sell in panic-induced environments. It is ridiculous to do that. Don't do it. The only reason people sell in panic-induced environments is because they're over-leveraged or they're on margin. Those are two no-nos, obviously. So buy shares with what you're comfortable with. Slowly put yourself into the markets. Money that you can afford, maybe a 10% of your monthly income, right? Whatever it might be, throw it into the market and keep doing it. You'll be very happy with yourself when you're retired. For you guys out there that are in your 20s, in your 30s, even in your 40s, man, you got 20 years probably till you a typical retirement age. 20 years, right? Think about what 20 years could do if you just systematically invest into the stock market and think long term, man. You got to do it. I mean, you got to do it. If you want to break the wheel, if you want to break the hamster wheel and you want to do something different, that's what you got to do. That's simply it. So that's what I got for you today. I hope you can take that to heart because it has changed my life. I mean, it's been nothing but great just buying shares and letting them ride. It's been fantastic. So with that said, before we get started, real quick, Chart Fanatics, we're doing a giveaway. So for you guys that have not watched that video yet and you want to learn more about my strategy, I don't think there is a better video online, I'm in it obviously, but I don't think that I have a better video on my channel. I think this is probably the best video on YouTube to watch about how I trade. So I highly recommend you watch this one. You can go to the pinned comment in the chat to go to it, or you can go to the first link down in the description. Go to that, like it, comment your favorite lesson, and on Friday, make sure to come here on Friday. On Friday, we will be picking 5 people from the comment section of that video to win $100 cash and also a free month in the Options Insider Trading community. And if you're already in the Options Insider Trading community, then we will add 30 free days to your account, meaning you will basically not pay for your next monthly subscription. Okay? Go watch it. I think it's very much worth your time. I know it's long, but I really think you're going to understand in detail what we look for every day. All right? Because, by the way, the exact thing we talked about in that video has happened every single day this week. On Tesla, on Nvidia, on Coinbase yesterday off 310. I mean, on everything you saw break and retest yesterday. And if you understand it, I think you will very much improve your trading. Okay? All right. So with that said, let's dive over to the charts. And let's jump into it, man. Let's jump into it. Let's make it a beautiful day. The first thing that I'm watching today, more than anything, is this sexy little Tesla move going on, man. This sexy little Tesla move, it's got something, it's interesting me. It is. I'm sort of intrigued. What's a stock that's not straight up that sort of gave a pullback yesterday? I'm intrigued. I'll tell you. I'm a little bit cautious because I feel like, I don't want to say this. I'm going to get a little controversial here if I say this, but basically I just think that people just hate Tesla, and it seems like you've gotten every piece of bad news you could possibly imagine about robotaxi. And so I'm a little bit cautious of how they're just trying to crush the views of what they're doing, right? Of what Tesla's doing, and just minimize the, of the interest there. I think that's why you saw the sell-off yesterday. It's just... it's being attacked. So I'm a little bit cautious of that. I'm a little bit cautious of that attack that is on Tesla right now after seeing yesterday's move. Right, yesterday's move, the market went straight up. This went straight down. So someone is obviously selling the shit out of this name. So I'm slightly cautious there. But I will say, this looks incredible on a technical standpoint. If we look at Tesla here, right, I'm just going to start with Tesla because this really is very interesting. So we see Tesla here, right? We have a huge breakout on Monday. We sort of hold, consolidate, and push higher into Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, yesterday, we literally dump straight out of the gates, vertically lower. Literally not even a chance to move higher. Just opened at the highs, closed at the lows, straight down. You move straight down into the retest level, right into the previous high breakout area. Right back into this 336 area. And man, oh man, would this be an interesting break and retest, upside move. That would be special. On the 4-hour chart, it looks quite beautiful. If I look at this 4-hour chart, you guys can see that we have a very clear previous high here, which was also a very clear previous low. And if we can maintain above that today in this area, I truly believe that this is going to be a special entry point for that next upside move on Tesla, up towards that 368 level. This is a sneaky little trade that I would absolutely be watching. I would look at yesterday's pullback as a potential opportunity. If you clear out over 345 today, if you can clear out over this very clear, just, I don't even know what you call this. I mean, it's just an absurd seller sitting there. If you can clear that out today, I think you will rip straight to 350. And if you get over 350, I think you're going straight back to Monday's highs. So definitely watching this. I'm not going to get into it until I feel like it's actually showing me strength, but it's absolutely something to watch today, okay? Keep an eye on that thing. It's interesting. All right. Yeah, hopefully it's not Elon selling. I would agree. I mean, there is a chance that that is going on, so let's hope that's not the case. I mean, we'll see it in the price action today. I mean, if it can't move again today, then clearly it's just stuck and someone is selling the shit out of it, but we shall see. So, NASDAQ. You guys can see right here, NASDAQ. I mean, yesterday our levels were about as perfect as they get. I adjusted it slightly today. I moved it slightly lower because we've seen a nice development form here on the NASDAQ futures, but our 22,200, 22,220 area held very strong. Changed this a little bit to 22,270 today, so a little bit of adjustments from yesterday's levels. Beautiful hold right above these previous highs. And you can see all morning we just maintained above that level. So the NASDAQ did exactly what we wanted yesterday. If you guys remember on the ES, it was our 6109 spot, this previous high, 6100 zone. That held absolutely perfect. And it was pretty cool to see Carmine take a long right off that key level. So really nice trade from Carmine yesterday. And just a sick break and hold above this previous high, man. Exactly what you needed to happen and exactly what created the upside. Now, moving into today, you guys can see we have a gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous, hold stepping up right above the overnight session highs from yesterday. From last night. I'm sorry, Monday night. I'm getting mixed up on the days here. Monday night, right, into Tuesday early morning session, right, we can see that high that got built at 22,385. And look at what's happening this morning, guys. Once again, a break and retest. Long. Perfect stuff. Once again, technicals are technicaling. Levels are leveling. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous market right now. And this is the opportunity that arises outside of a channel, right? Look at how clean this is starting to get, right? Instead of looking at this all week, now we are looking at, higher lows and clean structure. Right, look at the structure that's building now. Beautiful. This is beautiful. This is when you get it. This is when you get aggressive. Oh yeah, I forgot to go over the. Let me go really quick. Today we have Powell at 10 and home sales at 10. So, I don't think it really does much there. GDP tomorrow. So home sales at 10, Powell at 10, GDP tomorrow. I'm not sure. I mean, yesterday at 10 o'clock, we didn't really see much of a reaction. So I don't really know if you're going to see much there. But, hey, be careful about it. 10 o'clock today, home sales and Powell at 10. So if you want to be a little cautious there, I would. So 22,385, very clear level. Next supply up above for me is 22,575. You guys can see if I zoom out to the 4-hour. 22,575 is right here. 22,575 is right here. You guys can see this high is what I'm watching. This little February 21st pretty much smack down level right here at 22,575, 580 area. That's going to be my next little potential rejection spot. Above that, I think you're going all-time highs, guys. I mean, at this point, if you break above that 575 spot, I don't see why you wouldn't go to all-time highs at 770, 780, right? So, yeah, that's going to be the all-time high push. If we get over this 575 level, I think it's pretty clear that you're going to see a push towards this all-time high. QQQ is already there. NASDAQ has a little bit of catching up to do. NASDAQ futures. That's as long as you hold above 385. You got to hold 385 right here. If you hold 385, I think that is upside coming in again today. If you break under 385, you will trade back down to this low that came in from yesterday. This could be an interesting pullback long, very much so. Could be a nice little watch today. Don't panic if you come down into this level. If you break these lows right here around 215, then I think you're going to start to get a little bit more flush action, right? 130s and then the 20s, 22,020 area would be my next spots. So 385, 575, those are my NASDAQ levels. Let's go to the ES. ES, break and retest above 61.55 today would be a thing of beauty. Right here is this yesterday high a day, 61.55. If we can hold above 61.55, I don't see why you do not go to 61.75 for a nice little 20-point long today. I would absolutely look for that. Pullback longs at 40. This is our exact level from yesterday. If you guys remember, you came to the live stream, we were watching 61.40. That was the rejection spot that we were cautious of yesterday intraday. It was an absolute beautiful break and retest long entry. If you guys take a look at this, I mean, it's literally on the dot. Right here, yesterday afternoon, little bull flag break, bull flag retest, 61.40, the exact level we had if you come to this live stream for free. And that's a beautiful little 15-point long in the ES. Perfect once again. So today, 61.55. If you hold above 61.55, I don't see why you wouldn't go to 75. There's nothing here to stop it. If you reject this 55, you're back to 40. If you break 40, you're probably back to 61.10. All right, so if you do break back under 40 today, you probably do see some slippery action to the downside. So keep an eye on 61.40. That, I think, is a must-hold level for the longs today. If you hold above 55, you're just going to keep channeling higher and keep steamrolling to the upside. 61.75 is the next supply high. Above 61.75, you're probably going to all-time highs, but I do have a little bit of a level here around 62.15, which is this high right here. It's that same February 21st high around 62.15. If you break that, then I'm saying all-time highs at that point. I mean, 62.40, 62.50, you know, you're probably at all-time highs. So 61.55, that's the spot to watch. Above that, 75. Above 75, I think you got some freedom to 62.15, and you're just going to keep steamrolling as long as you hold above the previous levels, right? As long as you keep holding above the previous levels, you're going to keep steamrolling higher on this market. I think the only way this flips is if you break under this 6,100 level. You break under 6,100, then I'd say things maybe need deeper pullbacks. SPY. Perfect 606.37 spot yesterday, 606.40. This was a perfect hold on the intraday. It could not have been cleaner. Once again, that was another break and retest long over that morning high. You guys can see intraday yesterday, break, retest long, beautiful move. Beautiful hold at our 604 demand. If you came to the live stream yesterday for free, you saw us talk about 604 being the must-hold level, and we did exactly that. We had a huge 15-minute wick right off 604, which resulted in almost 4 points of upside on the SPY. Absolutely perfect opportunity there. Really nice 604 level. 604, 606.40. If you break 604, that's where I think you get a little slippery towards 602. So I think that is a must-hold level. 608.50 is your next spot. Over 608.50, you're going 611. Let me show you why. 608.50 is right here. It's right in these highs, right from back here. 608.50 area could get a little tough. Above that, you go 611 from that February 21st high. And over that, you're at all-time highs. Okay, QQQ. Welcome to new all-time highs, my friends. Welcome to new all-time highs. This is it. It's the new all-time highs. It is June 25th, 2025. You have not seen a level higher than the current level. So that's all-time highs on Qs. That's pretty awesome. Yesterday, what a beautiful hold within our 535, 536 zone. All-time highs, 541.28. So I will now turn that green because we are above it. If we are above all-time highs, we're going to continue to go higher. 541.28. If you hold above that today, I don't see any reason to look short. If you're shorting above an all-time high in the Qs, then you have some mental issues. Just to be honest. If you want to short this market, you look for a break back under 539. If you're in that much disbelief that the market's going higher, then look for a rejection back under 539, right? 539, underneath 539, that would probably flip this back down to 535, 536. So this would be my short entry right here. That would be a nice little trapped buyers, right? Rejection under that high, and then a rejection under 539 for a nice little flow to the downside towards 535, 536, right? If you get under 535, then I think you could go lower to that Friday high at 533.60, right? Let me go ahead and change that label. Friday high, all right? That is like the best short under this level. Under this level, you're just gonna tank, in my opinion. If you fail back under this Friday high, it's donezo. So you got some key levels that got to hold. Friday highs, 533.60. This 536, 535. Those are must-hold levels. There is a short-term short opportunity, I would say, under 539 if you do get that fail. But until then, I would definitely not short into 539, and I think it's absolutely wild to be shorting above all-time highs. So anything above this area, I would only be long. If you flip under 539, you could get a nice little one of those back to 536, 535. SMH, monster, absolute monster. All-time highs on SMH, 280. It looks like you're heading there, to be honest. Holding over 270 is insane. Pull back long, 270 would be great. Pull back long, 265 would be the best. I just don't know if you're going to get that. But 270, 265, those are your levels. Next target's all-time highs. IWM is not above the daily 200 yet, so this is something I would watch very closely. Is the IWM get over 216 today? And then finally, the Dow Jones is above the 200 SMA today, and I quite like the long on the Dow off this level, man. I would be watching Dow longs today. If you guys are trading futures, if you could pop a little long off the 200 SMA on the Dow, that could be pretty special. I would absolutely be watching this. The Dow just reclaimed this high and is now reclaiming these highs and is sitting right above those highs and the daily 200 SMA. If you could risk something on the Dow back under the 200, this could be one of the sexiest risk-reward longs you have found on the Dow in a very long time. So I would absolutely be watching this. See if the Dow can maintain that 200 today. If the Dow Jones maintains that 200, man, you got some freedom to the upside. So I would be watching that very closely. Let's go to Tesla. Tesla, like I said, yeah, you can see, okay, so 345 still has some sellers there, right? This is where it has to break. It's not. So that's a problem for this trade, just so you know, right? I know we talked about Tesla earlier, but this is a problem for this trade. This has to get over 345. If it does not, then I don't really like it that much, right? So I don't like it as much unless it gets above. So for me, 345 is the line in the sand. If we can get above that, I like it. If we can't, then something is still wrong here, right? Something is still very wrong here if we can't get over 345. And so I would stay away from this. There's going to be plenty of better opportunities outside of Tesla if we just fail 345. So that's the level to watch there. NVIDIA, insane. Love it. Yesterday's long on NVIDIA was a thing of pure beauty. 146 break and retest. It's the exact level we've been watching for like months. Break, retest, 146. This was like a instant gratification long yesterday. Instant gratification long. There is no drawdown, no question marks. It was just pure beautiful. We had a beautiful break of 146. We had a 4-minute candle pullback. We had a breakout of that flag right here. We longed it on this candle, and it was instantly 55% to the upside. So that was a sick trade yesterday. If you guys were in the community yesterday trading live with me, congratulations, man. That was one of our pretty much sweat-free trades. One of the most sweat-free trades I've ever taken, especially on NVIDIA. Today, 147.50 looks to be your spot. If you can hold above that, I think upside comes in. Next level is 150. Over 150, you're going all-time highs on NVIDIA. Remember when everyone said NVIDIA is a shit company down here? Who remembers that? Who remembers that? I got so many people, I remember online, saying that NVIDIA was done. There's no interest. China's going to take them over. This stock's a piece of shit. I mean, it's literally the most absurd comments I've ever seen about the best stock on the market. Well, it's up now 100%. So congratulations to those that held on to it. and bought more, which I did. So 150, if you get above 150, you're going to 153.75. That's all-time highs. Welcome back to all-time highs in NVIDIA. Congratulations, NVIDIA shareholders. 150, 147.50, 146. If you get above 150, I would look for that push to all-time highs at 153.75. AMD, this thing has been a monster. What a comeback for this name. What a comeback for this name. 138, 133 yesterday. What did we talk about yesterday on AMD? Had some of you guys reach out to me saying, holy shit, AMD, what a call. I mean, that AMD previous high a day, that 133 spot was special yesterday. The break and hold above 133 yesterday was insane. What a move. And what a hold again over 138. If you can hold over 138, I think your target's 144. If you break under 138, then maybe you get a little bit of a pullback long going at 133. So 133, 138, 144. MU, our target has been 130 on MU. Chef, I know Chef's been asking about this one. We had that 124 level. If we held that, our target was 130. You hit your target yesterday. Perfect. Looks like it's fading a little bit from that point, as I would expect. This thing's pretty frothy. I would say next long is back at 124.50. ARM, incredible yesterday off that previous pre-market high, off that previous overnight high, 152. Pretty much just ripped from that point. Today, ARM, 155, 152, 149. I would look for holds of those key levels to indicate a new long opportunity. Upside rejection is 162. MU earnings today? Oh, shit. Okay. Interesting pick. Yeah, interesting for the semis. Let's go to Broadcom. Who remembers Broadcom from the live stream yesterday? 256 Broadcom into 265, just as it was expected. Straight from 256 to 265. If you can hold above 265 today, guys, that's all-time highs. So I could probably flip these lines here. This is the all-time high now. 265. Holding over 265, that's all-time highs on Broadcom. MRVL, gap above, still there. You guys remember that gap we've been talking about? Above 76, there is a gap to 83, and maybe the semiconductor strength is going to allow this to happen. I would be watching MRVL over 76. Big gap to fill above at 83. Meta, juicy off 711 this morning. 711 right here. 703. Over 711, you got 716. Over 716, you got 724. 716, 724, 711. Netflix is just a monster. I got no words for this thing. It's just gone. Congratulations to the shareholders. Still riding my... I mean, this has been my best performing stock, which is crazy. I never expected Netflix to be my best performing stock. The reason it's the best performing is because I own a monopoly. I am owning a modern age monopoly. That's what this is. I would say the only reason it's not is Peacock having Love Island right now. If Netflix had Love Island, this would be the most valuable company in the world probably. So Netflix has got to find a way to get Love Island on their show or on their platform. That is probably the only reason this isn't at like $1,500 a share. If Love Island was on this, I think you'd be at $1,500. Gone. I mean, absolutely gone. Over this high, 1263, you could look for pullback longs, but I would just buy... I mean, it's a little late to buy the shares. Maybe not. Maybe it's not late, but congratulations to shareholders, man. I think I own this at like 600, 500. Actually, I think it might even be lower. Was it in the 400s? I think it might be in the 4s. Unbelievable. What a stock. Even better of a stock lately, Coinbase. Now, this was something I very much missed. And this was probably one of the prettiest weekly bull flags I have ever seen. Look at this weekly bull flag, guys, on this weekly chart on Coinbase. Look at this right here. Unreal. Right here. Break, bull flag retest of these lows, gone. Insane move on Coinbase. You are up into the all-time high, or not yet, you're close. This 368.90 spot is the last level of rejection before your IPO highs. You are back to IPO highs here, getting close to them. Your day one IPO high, the first day that Coinbase IPO'd, I'll show you. Right here, when Coinbase IPO'd, right back here, the high of that first day was 429.54. The open, I guess you could maybe, there might be some action at the open, which was 381. So maybe you sort of watch 381. That's the open of that day. But I would say if you break this high right here, which is 368.90, I do not see a reason of this stopping. I don't see any reason for this to stop until 429.50. This thing has been on an absolute heater. So today, it's above 350. I would look for pullback longs at 350 right here. If you get a pullback long at 350, I think you go 368.90. I'm sorry, yeah, 368.90. Above 368.90, I think you're going here, to be honest. But maybe that 381 could sort of slow down the move a little bit. So you could watch that just a tad. But this thing is getting spicy. I would look for a pullback to 350. Now, what else has a chart that looks like Coinbase on the weekly? Let me go ahead and put these side by side. Watch this. Watch this right here. Oh boy. Look at this. Look at these two charts. Look at this. Now, if MicroStrategy doesn't make a similar move, I don't know. You can't say it's correlated to crypto anymore. Look at this. Same exact move higher. The colored bars is MSTR. The white bars is Coinbase. Same move higher, same move lower, same move higher, same move lower, same move higher, same consolidation. So now this is extremely interesting, right? You got Coinbase in the colored chart. You got you got Coinbase on the white chart. You got MSTR, the green and red bars. You have these charts overlaid over each other, and you can see the exact thing copying each other. The only thing that's different is that Coinbase has rocketed over 67% in 2 weeks, whereas MSTR has not moved yet. I would absolutely be watching this. I mean, it would be sort of irrational not to be watching this. So please keep MSTR on your charts this week into next week. Please understand that this could have correlation because of crypto strength and market strength. This could be a very much foreshadowing move here that I would be paying attention to. Okay? So, once again, Coinbase, white chart, MSTR, green and red. Watch this correlation. Very interesting. All right, there's your MSTR. You're just waiting for a spark here, man. You get a spark here, you're going to 440, you're going to 500, and maybe even higher. That's unless Saylor does some stupid shit with MicroStrategy, right? That's unless he starts like raising more capital and diminishing, you know, I don't know. I don't know what he does, but yeah, I would be watching that. Okay? That's that. That is that. Let's get my chart back up here. All right. Palantir. Oh, man. It's going, huh? Yeah. Palantir 143. Right here. 143, 140, up 145 supply highs. If you get over 145, then you're going higher. Watch 145. ES failed. Yeah, a little bit of 6155 failure there. Okay. Also SPY 608.50. What else we got? What else we got that's interesting? What's Circle up to? Circle, nice rejections yesterday at 250 and 235. Hey man, Circle under 210. If this thing is sort of tiring out, I would be watching this under 210 to be honest. I'm gonna set an alert there. CRWV, not much going on there. Apple's been sort of slow. Google 169, Amazon 213.50. APP's coming back pretty strong off that gap fill area. Watch out for 380. Yeah, APP sort of interesting, Piff. You had your, sort of pullback over the last few days. You sort of came down into this 328 area. I'd say this is probably getting back to that 380 pretty soon. I'd say you're probably looking for this move to 380 there, Piff. I don't really know of a good entry here, though, to be honest. I mean, maybe like back at, yeah, I'd say like around this area right here is probably where you'd want to get long. In this area, 342, 346. If you can get something like this, Piff, something back here, it's probably a better entry. But, I mean, next level would be like this high here at 361, and then you're probably up into the 380s. Microsoft, yeah, I mean, this thing's just sort of slow runner, upside just train. I mean, this thing is just a train. It's a freight train. I mean, I don't know how you trade that. Just a freight train. Hood, Unreal, beautiful. 79. Gone. Pullback 79 would be the trade. That's gone. Did we get a break and retest over 79 yesterday? I'm very curious. A little bit. Yeah. 79, perfect. You know what the best break and retest was yesterday? This little guy right here. Who remembers Uber 90? I know everyone remembers it because I had about 1,000 people messaging me. Uber 90, Uber 90. Yep, Uber 90. We talked about Uber over 90. Check this out. Look at this 2-minute chart on Uber 90 yesterday. Who caught Uber 90? I know some of you did. Who caught Uber 90? Look at that. Break. Retest. Uber 90. Gone. 15 cents a risk for $2 of reward. I'll take that all day. 15 cents a risk for $2 a reward if you took the break and retest to Uber 90. Pretty good. Pretty nice. What a day yesterday, man. This is what trading's all about. Yesterday was finally a day that just says, holy shit, trading's awesome. And we just needed to break out of the channel. That's all we needed to do. We just had to stay patient. So, all right, guys. That's going to be it for me. Let's take a quick peek again at the futures. Again, if you guys, these levels, if you want these levels directly on your chart, first of all, for now, you guys that are in the Discord and on the key levels, it says get my levels below. You're going to get that link sent directly to you. So ES, NQ, SPY, QQQ. If you want these levels pasted on your TOS charts, it's TOS only. You can go sign up down below right here in the Discord. If I pull it up, there's going to be a link right in the Desi TA. And it's a TOS direct link down at the bottom here. And you're just going to press on it, or you're going to copy it. Copy that link, right? Go to your TOS. Go over here. Set up, open shared item, paste that right in there, preview it, import it, and you're gonna have all my levels right on your charts, man. Something we're working on. Gonna continue to improve it. We're gonna do this for equities, not just not just futures and SPY and et cetera, et cetera. We'll do it for everything in the future. So, yeah, if you're interested, check it out down below. that you're going to do get my levels or join the membership. But in the future, we're going to do it like a by per day basis. So you don't have to sign up. You could just do like a per day basis. If you want my levels today, then I'll have a link for you just for today. So in the future, it's coming. Pretty exciting stuff. Really clean. Saves you a shitload of time. Still think it's important for you to understand why the levels are there, which is good. But I think it does save you a lot of time from physically charting them. Maybe you just come to the live stream. You sort of get my feel on the levels. You understand why. And then you just pay $1 and get them on your charts. And then you're off trading with some solid spots. So that's the game plan. All right, guys. Well, once again, giveaway. Make sure to head to it. Go to the link at the top of the chat. Comment on that video. Like it. And come to the live stream on Friday. $100 cash, 1 free month within the Discord community. Picking 5 people. So if you guys could, go over to that video, press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and just, help me continue to grow, and we'll give back. Thanks again for everything. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Every day, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. Have a fantastic day. See you tomorrow.